Gigi Hadid was recently arrested over drug possession, and her mom Yolanda is once again getting dragged by fans for being a toxic, controlling parent.
Gigi Hadid arrested on marijuana charges in the Cayman Islands. The supermodel, along with pal Leah McCarthy, were taken to jail last week.
Yolanda's controlling ways have been well documented, and she was previously accused of encouraging Gigi to develop an ED.
How are you? I'm feeling really weak. I have a couple almonds. I have a couple of almonds. Chew them really well because your stomach is not.
Besides that, Yolanda very clearly favored Gigi over her other two kids, and she treated Gigi like her golden child.
You sit next to Oma, I'm going to sit next to Gigi.
I'm full. I had like 200 grilled cheeses.
So how did Yolanda react to her golden child getting arrested? Is she going to become even more controlling after this?
The mother and daughter relationship is the most important relationship in your life.
Yolanda Hadid is once again making headlines for being a toxic, narcissistic parent after reportedly shaming Gigi over her recent arrest in the Cayman Islands. In case you missed it, on July 10th, Gigi and her friend Leah Nicole McCarthy were arrested at Owen Roberts International Airport in the Cayman Islands and charged with marijuana possession. As Gigi was going through customs with her luggage, the border control agents found a small amount of marijuana after scanning her belongings, and Gigi and Leah were both taken to jail. They were later released on bail, and on July 12th, they were formally charged, and after pleading guilty, they were both fined $1,000. Gigi's spokesperson later told E! News that Gigi was traveling with marijuana purchased legally in New York City with a medical license, adding that marijuana has been legal for medical use in Grand Cayman since 2017. Her record remains clear, and she enjoyed the rest of her time on the island, the rep said. So as you can see, nothing dramatic happened, and Gigi ended up staying in the Cayman Islands for the rest of her vacation. But it looks like Gigi's mom Yolanda is not gonna let this slide easily, and she's allegedly already shaming Gigi over this incident. Now, if this were any other celeb mom, most people would probably react positively and praise Yolanda for holding Gigi accountable for her mistakes. However, fans who know all about Yolanda's toxic relationship with her kids are saying Gigi would probably choose to stay behind bars than face Yolanda right now. And this is because Yolanda has a long history of acting like a narcissistic and manipulative parent, meddling in Gigi's love life and basically controlling every single aspect of her life, down to the number of calories she eats a day. To give you just a few examples, since Gigi was a teenager, Yolanda was pushing her to become a model, and she was so terrified that Gigi would gain weight that she started obsessively controlling her food intake.
I'm so excited for the food. Pretty much all the food that we're eating is like a heart attack in a meal. It's like, but it's gonna be so good.
It's good. You can have one night of being bad, right?
Yeah, I was actually really good this week.
Yeah. And then you got to get back on your diet, though. Because, you know, in Paris and Milan, they like to put the girls just a tad on the skinny side. There
have been many clips of Yolanda basically telling Gigi not to eat and giving her dangerous advice on how to suppress her hunger, including that time she famously told her to eat a single almond and chew it really well.
How are you? I'm feeling really weak. I have a couple almonds. I have a couple of almonds. Chew them really well because your stomach is not.
Another viral clip showed Yolanda telling Gigi at a graduation party that she can only have a half of a cake slice.
This is the hardest from being on our diet.
I have to have a bite for good luck, though.
But not too big. No, that's too big. The half of that. This is you. You know what, Gigi? I think that's it. Yeah. I'll do this. How is it? I can't believe you just did that.
Yolanda was also blamed for Gigi's sister Bella's ED after Bella told Vogue that when she was in high school, she'd pack her lunch with 3 raspberries and a celery stick. Bella also revealed that she was constantly told that she's the uglier sister, and when she was 14, Yolanda took her to get a nose job. Meanwhile, Yolanda never tried to hide that Gigi was her golden child, and she pretty much treated Bella and her son Anwar as background characters. Of course, this led Bella to rebel, and when she was 17, she was arrested for DUI. And guess what Yolanda did? Instead of giving Bella the attention she obviously was looking for, she wrote a horrible letter calling her a spoiled, ungrateful, unthoughtful, careless human being. Yolanda also seemed completely oblivious to her own mistakes as a parent, and she proceeded to gaslight Bella, writing, "Was your life that terrible at home? What have I done to deserve this?" However, Yolanda still continued to put all of her focus on Gigi, not realizing that Bella was acting out precisely because Yolanda was favoring Gigi over her and Anwar. Yolanda Yolanda continued to control every aspect of Gigi's life well into her 20s, and she is believed to have caused Gigi's separation from Zayn Malik. Yolanda reportedly never approved of Zayn, and there's been a lot of speculation that this is because of Zayn's ethnicity, since Yolanda has shown some racist tendencies in the past.
You gotta learn English. You know, you're in America. They speak English here.
Would you round Gigi's eyes a little bit on the side, so because of her high eyebrows, because it makes her look Chinese really quick? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm trying not to get too involved in her makeup. I've given her tips saying, you know, if you're with a makeup artist, tell her to do a little, keep your eyes always round and big so they pop, not the Chinese looking, you know, because that's not good for her face.
Gigi and Zayn welcomed their daughter Kai in September 2020, and shortly after, Yolanda allegedly started plotting how to push Zayn out of the family. It all culminated in October 2021 when Yolanda accused Zayn of striking her during an argument at Zayn and Gigi's home while Gigi was away. One source told TMZ at the time that Yolanda stands by her account and is seriously considering filing a police report. And then later that same day, Zayn issued a statement revealing that Yolanda barged into his house uninvited, and the only reason he agreed not to contest her claims was for the sake of his daughter's privacy. Zayn also hinted that Yolanda was the one who leaked the story to TMZ, writing, "Despite my efforts to restore us to a peaceful family environment that will allow me to co-parent my daughter in a manner in which she deserves, this has been leaked to the press." But the smear campaign against Zayn continues, so he was forced to issue another statement denying that he ever put hands on Yolanda. "I adamantly denied striking Yolanda Hadid, and for the sake of my daughter, I decline to give any further details," Zayn said, also adding that he hopes Yolanda will reconsider her false allegations and move towards healing these family issues in private. And think about it for a second. If Zayn really hit Yolanda, wouldn't she first file a police report instead of running to TMZ and telling them she's considering filing? That's just one of the many details from this story that just don't add up, and Zayn's fans accused Yolanda of lying and trying to frame Zayn for DV so that he would lose custody of Kai. However, Yolanda's rumored plan didn't work out, and Zayn recently revealed in his interview on Call Her Daddy podcast that he and Gigi share 50-50 custody of Kai.
You have custody of your child.
Yeah.
So I think it's just important to say, because people are reading this being like, oh my,
yeah,
you know
no,
what I
for
mean?
sure, yeah, and I'm super full on, hands-on with my child, every chance I can be. If I could get 60%, I would have it.
And this pretty much confirms that Yolanda lied about Zayn getting physical, because there's no way Gigi would let Zayn have Kai 50% of the time if he really hit her mother. But just because Zayn is out of the picture, it doesn't mean that Yolanda has stopped controlling Gigi's life, and sources are saying that Yolanda has already started shaming Gigi over her recent arrest. Yolanda's judgmental letter to Bella about her DUI has now resurfaced, and fans are saying that Yolanda is probably writing one for Gigi as well. What does Yolanda have to say about that? Another public shame letter for Gigi this time? One fan tweeted, and another fan added, "Yolanda Hadid is the narcissistic parent therapists talk about on TikTok." But let's hear your thoughts on Yolanda's relationship with Gigi. Do you think Yolanda is toxic and controlling? Comment down below, and make sure to check out this next video.